guys? Phil Sherman back at it once again, bringing you the best stadiums that you'll find in MLB The Show 25's Stadium Creator Vault. These fantastic stadiums just keep running into me, so I got to show them to you. Let's take a look. Always want to start things off with a bang, right? Well, who better to do that with than Jace Chiff? He has Pacson Park for us. It's in Anaheim, California, has an altitude of 3,750 feet, built in 2025. And how do you not start with this beautiful waterfall in dead center field? Holy crap. Uses some rocks to hide the ugly green base, right, of the structure. And then you got the grass with trees. I don't know, is he trying to go for a mini tree look or bushes look? Probably a mini tree, right? Either way, it looks fantastic. I love the idea of lining up the brick wall with the seat indicator. That's fantastic. And then again, going with the simpler, I mean, I wish they were more like this, that were just nice and flat, not too big, that looked a little bit more big league, right? I mean, doesn't that look like minor league or spring training? But Jace Chiff always makes it look fantastic. Bleachers in right with a big scoreboard behind that. What is he using back? Oh, okay. Using this guy to host the scoreboard. Nice. And then there's a higher section up here. We can go down and around and behind the scoreboard. Fantastic. Jace Chiff, never short of amazing ideas. I mean, his stadiums are usually pretty simple, but he just pulls off such a unique look. Here he's got a scoreboard flipped around to give you a different base for the out-of-town scoreboard and the strikeout-o-meter. Fantastic. More brick with the green behind it. Excellent. Left field, very San Diego Padres, Pittsburgh Pirates, Cincinnati too, right? With the deck kind of pulled up right to the home run wall, and then bleachers on the bottom level. And there he goes. He's got the black towers in the background. Fantastic. It is Monday, June 3rd. No, Tuesday, June 3rd. We premiered the last video June 2nd, which was yesterday. Can't thank you guys enough for showing up. It's always fun to chat with you guys during the live premieres. I'm hoping to get on this weekend, do some live streaming, start some Ricky Davis League guys or teams. I have a stadium I want to work on, but I'm also getting a brand new desk. I got a new computer. I got a new monitor. I got a new green screen and another new green screen coming, a new TV to use while I'm, to view the game while I'm recording. So I'm trying to get that all set up so that I can stream and have everything new, and I'll post a picture for you guys to see the new Studio 44. While we're waiting for that, we'll flip the light switch. Jace Chiff has done it again, an amazing stadium. The brick's kind of fading through over there to the left of the batter's eye, but if you zoom in, it looks a little bit better. But what an amazing start to the video. Jace Chiff killing it as always, getting a stamp pretty much every stadium he throws at us. Whoa! There it is, Jace. Very active on Sewell's Discord lately, too. I love that. Posting pictures of his new stadiums and giving us updates. He tends to keep his eyes and ears close to the ground to see if he can see anything about updates on Stadium Creator Tool. So thanks, Jace Chiff, for the stadium and for all you do in the community. Appreciate it, buddy. Turning things over to another good friend of the channel and another amazing creator in the Stadium Creator universe, or the Stadium verse. We have Ranger Man 226490 with Dad's Ballpark. It's another stadium that I can't bring up the properties. I've tried twice and it crashed both times. So unfortunately, it looks like we're going to run into that with stadiums every once in a while. He said in the notes that his dad is a big horse racing guy, so he decided to incorporate that into the stadium, and he hit a lot of the old school pieces of the racetrack, raised it up a little bit, added fans from a luxury box or luxury plaza. Looks great. There you go. So, okay, so that building isn't actually part of it, though. Okay. But the horses are right there. Excellent. He said he also has relevant radio. His dad listens to a lot of local radio. I think they play in a league together. I think that's what he told me when we had him on for the Stadium of the Year contest when he chatted with us. There's his pops right there, Keith C. White. I like the wiffle ball field behind the fountain. It'd be cool to hit wiffle balls right into the water. Over in left field, another wiffle ball field. And the slide. Oh, the racetrack's like right there. Holy crap, that's cool. Walk right out the gate and boom, there's some more activity going on in races. All right, I guess I didn't realize that all those buildings came on the other side. Pretty standard around it behind, although he does have the brick sign kind of closing off underneath this luxury plaza level. Roof on the right field stands. Always fun because you're going to be hitting home runs up there. The relevant radio, that whole scoreboard is great. Using the multi-sign brick faced off, closing together to create a base for the scoreboard and relevant radio. Awesome. Concessions underneath it as well. There's the old sculpture that moves around. Bunch of buildings in the background to create an amazing city using hills, parking lot, trees, grass. We have water, and where there's water, we have to have canoes. We have canoes. A little fountain in the middle of it, too. Excellent. Our first canoes of the stadium. Did you guys like all the little numbers I put at the trilogy? I thought that was kind of cool. I probably should have do that with more things. I like the numbers thing. I'm going back. It'll probably never happen. As I've shown in recent videos complaining about MLB The Show, I have all the way back to like 2016. And I have a lot of the data too. So if I can access it, I kind of want to put together some Ricky Davis numbers and, go through year after year after year and see where totals are just from 16, 17, because that's still 10 years into us playing the show. But, yeah, it's a big undertaking, so I don't know how long it would actually take. I already tried to just take pictures of it. I could really use some, I need him, Mark. Oh, look at this. I turn the lights on and the game crashes. So, yeah, San Diego Studios. This is complete garbage. I had someone post a comment on one of these videos that they couldn't get Ricky Henderson Field to work for them. It gave the creator of the stadium trouble, who is Obituary Turtle or Mark Stevens. It gave me trouble when I tried to showcase it. And it's obviously going to give anybody who tries to play in that stadium trouble. And I'm guessing that's going to be the same for this, Zach. So I feel terrible that you put all this work in, and every time you try to use it, it's going to glitch out on you. So I'm going to wrap up the stadium, Zach. It looks phenomenal. Here's your stamp. I'm going to try to turn the lights on again, and if it doesn't work, I'm just going to move on to the next stadium. I apologize, Zach. But if not, we'll leave it for everyone to take a good look at it and move on from there. Hey, unbelievable. Well, the good news, fellas, is they asked for an error report. So I submitted that not once, not twice, not three, but 4 times. So they'll get right on the issue and fix it, right? We can count on SDS to do that. Moving on to another good friend of the channel. This is Flip of Plan B 211. He has Busch Gardens Field for us. It's in Tampa, Florida. Altitude of 98 feet. Built in 2026. Starting things off in right field, we got custom bullpens underneath this huge concourse area with concession stands tucked in underneath this plaza level seating. I like that. I like the different angle of the concourse, and the plaza level seating is kind of at a funky angle. I like that. And then you got this cornered off section coming around to behind. Very unique. Oh, look at under here, too. This is fun. All right. Luxury seats right along the base paths. nice little individual seating section. I think he called it something else. What did he call this in the notes? Custom box seating areas behind home plate and at each foul pole. Okay, so let's get under here. Oh, yep, okay, more of the same. Nice. Then I would assume over here in the corner as well. Beautiful. They kind of get their own little concessions, their own little bars. Very fun. And I love the flat behind it, the grass going to the warehouse on either side. And up here you got this little park with the Hall of Fame circle. Very cool. All right, so there's a bullpen on each side, and then there's a bunch of stuff going on closer to the batter's eye, which is surrounded by a waterfall. Excellent. All right, this is fun. Busch Gardens. That's a roller coaster, right? An amusement park. Zoomer back. Closed off with 2 levels of the warehouse in Baltimore. Oh, look what we got going here. Oh, my garlic bread's ready. Well, not the garlic bread. The oven is preheated to 400. Got to throw that in real quick. Interesting look here with the fan stairs holding up this in the corner and then the entrance right here. I dig this one. Flip of Plan B. Excellent work. Flipping the light switch. Cool shape to the stadium. It's got to be deep out there in those corners. That's a cool shot right there. Yeah, 432. Last I knew, there was nothing deeper than 420 in a big league park. I just watched a bunch of videos today on my lunch break, including like the best and worst sports games on the original NES, and they did not include my Dusty Diamonds All-Star Softball. I left a comment saying that was an absolute crime. But what's not a crime is the stadium. Nice job, Mr. Flip of Plan B. Bam. I dug this one a lot. Thank you, sir. J.J. Daggis returns is back in Studio 44 with Daggis Strip Park version 2. Didn't really leave me any notes in the Google form, but he did tell me that he kind of specializes in fantasy stadiums, so let's take a look at this guy. Starting things off in right field. Funky little stage area is always fun. Bleachers pointed right at the stage for people to check out some kind of show. You got the strip park over here with the Hit It Here Cafe and the Glove. Big amusement park with a couple rides and the trolley taking you back and forth along the deck here. Fun. And then, what the heck are these all pointed to? All right. Some stands facing the Hall of Fame circle here with the alien in front. All right. More amusement park rides. Miniature golf course riding right along the base path here, or the out of play. Oh, you got some props on the field. Now, how did that work out? Big scoreboard behind, the pyramid games behind, and pretty standard around and behind the first base path there. Yeah. Definitely a fantasy type stadium, but fun stuff in here. Flip the light switch real quick. There they be. Oh, there's the St. Louis Arch too. All right, excellent. JJ, Daggis returns. Thank you, sir. Mile High Field in Denver, Colorado is up next. Has an altitude of 5,279 feet, which is the max. It was built in 2025. Comes to us from Swizz Malarkey, and he says this is a new franchise mode stadium for the Rockies. Didn't get in as much as he wanted to due to the memory. Well, let's take a look. I see something I like right away. We have a waterfall with canoes. We have canoes. Holy crap, look at all this concourse or the plaza area between the two stadiums, baseball and football. Cool little concession area out here is always fun. Big parking lot. Snow-covered mountains. Mountains? That's... no, it's good. Little wedge building built right into this funky concourse. Everything buried into the ground as far as the stadium. I'm swinging around. I haven't even looked at left field yet. There's another fountain with more canoes and a double-layered bleacher section over here. That's pretty key. I like the steps taking you down from here and then even lower into the concessions with some umbrella seating. There's those canoes spoke about earlier. Across the street is the steakhouse. Angled scoreboard, angled batter's eye, looking pretty cute. Got the cherry blossom trees over here, very scenic. The Creole dugout and the team store over in the corner. Funky seating. And then there's Mile High Field right there. What is underneath? Oh, some windows. What building is that? Oh, it's the toll booth things built right into the seats. And then some viney, grassy looking area out there as well. Oh, look at these steps. Pretty cool. The rocks built in's good look. Very nice. Flip that light switch. Faced off the outside with that rounded building. That looks cool also. Field looks great lit up. I like the quirky dimensions, especially in right field. How it jolts back, goes lower. Fun. Swizz Malarkey. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the stadium. Wouldn't you like to be a Pepper too? If you know, you know. Dr. Pepper Ballpark updated in San Antonio, Texas is up next. The stadium has an altitude of 751 feet. Comes to us from Mr. A. Sanders 91. Dr. Pepper Field is the first stadium we ever saw from him way back. Like right around the time I had my knee surgery and I moved everything downstairs. But we showed it on that live stream and then again in the live remix. And he updated it for his friend's franchise team. He wanted the old school downtown San Antonio look. I don't know enough about San Antonio to approve of the similarities to downtown San Antonio, but I can say it looks really good. I always like that theater building. Right field is super cool. A fantastic fountain with the picket fence surrounding it. Luxury plaza with regular plaza right above that. Fantastic. Dr. Pepper is my dude. I'm sorry. A. Sanders 91 is my dude. Dr. Pepper, I like me some Dr. Pepper. They have these really good flavors. They have a blackberry one and a strawberry vanilla one. It's good stuff. Definitely a smaller stadium. Definitely a minor league feel to it. Gorgeous, gorgeous work here from A. Sanders 91. The stairs between the escalator, that's a great look. The wiffle ball field overhanging the deck over here is also cool. The Dr. Pepper party deck. Excellent. Did anyone get Wouldn't You Like to Be a Pepper too? Someone reads it in the movie. I'll give you more of a hint. He reads it in a certain accent. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? I don't think I did it very good. Oh, normally I talk like that guy very well, sir. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Here you go. Who done it? What movie? Where's my old guys? Some of my old guys got the Pee Wee Herman reference I made in the live premiere. Who was it? Was it Zach White or someone else? Or was it Greg Lothario? Was that his name? I have to remember. But they said my science teacher, Mr. Herman, would be very happy right now So I said, paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman, you have a telephone call at the front desk. I think Scotty Warren got it right away. Frickin' Pee Wee Herman, he was my shit back in the day, man. I was obsessed with Pee Wee's Playhouse and the movie and everything Pee Wee. Now that Paul Rubens is sadly passed away, I can say I do the best Pee Wee Herman on the planet now. I have the video you can watch in my shorts section. It's so weird, too, because I recorded that video a long time ago, like 18 or 19, for TikTok. And then a couple years later, we started Respect the Pick, and I thought it might, get a few views for Respect the Pick, so I shared it over, and the next day, Pee Wee Herman died. Paul Rubens died. It was really, really weird. Like, the one random time I decided, let's bring this video over to Respect the Pick, and Pee Wee Herman died. A. Sanders, this is freaking phenomenal. It looks like it could be a minor league stadium created by SDS that they put in the game. It's amazing. And a stadium this amazing, you know what that gets. Let's throw a stamp this time. Blammo. There is your stamp, sir. A. Sanders 91. You are quickly climbing the ranks. Fantastic stadium. Bluegrass Stadium in Lexington. Is that Kentucky? Key? Has an altitude of 938 feet, built in 2025. Comes to us from someone new to Studio 44. That is Punter King. Says he has 5 stadiums in the most popular vault. This isn't one of them. He says Chauville Park is another one of his favorites. And if I see any more of his I like, feel free to showcase it. Well, so far I'm digging the layout of the luxury seats. That's pretty cool. Symmetrical on either side of the batter's eye with stairs on top, just to kind of give it a different appearance, I'm guessing. Different look. 375 down the line, 400 dead center field, and 330 down and left. You have the track and field. Oh, no, this is a racetrack, isn't it? The dog track? Is it a dog track? Oh, that's why it looks so different in Young Guns. This isn't the newer one, right? Yeah, it's a racetrack, but it's for the dogs, right? The horse one's bigger. Football stadium out in right that is dialed up with the donut sign and the ice cream building and a water tower. That's kind of cool. Man, why is this so slow? Yeah, that's a cool little sign. A tree out there as well. Fan stairs. What's behind home plate here? Hall of Fame circle. And the team store. Interesting setup for the lights. Pretty standard down the first and third base line. Pretty fun. Now what's going on along the base paths here? Oh, it's that hologram thing, right? Now, does that light up? Oh, he's got them each in a window. That could be pretty cool. Yeah, if they light up, that's pretty cool. Let's play ball. Sounds like the Blue Jays song in the 7th inning, right? Arch. Any other Blue Jay guy? Who is it? Was it Mogul Pens? Is Mogul Pens the Blue Jay guy? Let's go. Blue Jays. Let's play ball. Something like that. Turning the lights on looks pretty good. Yeah, very unique. Some fun stuff going on in here. Thank you, Punter King. I'll have to look for those stadiums in the vault. We are heading overseas for this one. This one is in Neom, Saudi Arabia. Stadium's called The Line. Has an altitude of 1,500 feet. It will be ready for us to play in 2035. Comes to us from Ron Solo, 412. Says this is based on the futuristic linear city being built in Saudi Arabia. That would be 110 miles long, 660 feet wide, and enclosed with huge walls. Says he figures they needed a baseball stadium in there. I can't help it. Every time I hear Ron Solo, I go into Ron Swanson. Futuristic seating wedged right in between these buildings. That's cool. Big scoreboard, the newer lights. Oh, he's got people hanging up out here on... Hanging up? Is that what I said? Hanging out up here. I didn't realize these were so, like, flat. These bushes. That's not how they always looked, is it? It's like they're like cardboard cutouts of bushes. Weird. But that looks pretty cool. Oh, I like this. Blending the buildings together and then sticking this guy in the middle. Fun. And then in the middle, look at that. We got like a artificial pool or pond with canoes. We have canoes. Look at all this. Futuristic walkways up here. Singers buried. Nope, it's not buried. It's just there. With the neon lights. All these guys were lined up right next to each other. Fun. And then he used the little walkway again to kind of, look at this. Here it is, like he said. Pretty narrow, but long? I feel like I'm in the trash compactor. 3PO? 3PO! Will you shut up and listen to me? Shut down all the garbage mashers on the detention level. Do you copy? Shut down all the garbage mashers on the detention level. I used this question when I worked in radio. We had tickets to an episode 3 preview. I think it was like the Wednesday before the movie debuted at a theater here in Rochester. And the guys on the radio knew I was a nerd. I was just answering phones. And they knew I was a Star Wars nerd. So they asked me to come up with a question for someone to win the tickets. And I asked them, what was the garbage masher number? And I told them it was 3263827. And they said, there's no way people are going to know that. I told them, I bet you the first person who calls will know it. And the first person who called knew it. And then I found out later that that was Mark Hamill's phone number at the time. 3263827. He just came up with that number randomly. This is freaking amazing, Ron Solo. Very cool. Very Murph and Carmen's dad. Like, it reminds me a lot of the build that Carmen's dad did, the futuristic one. Turn them lights on. There's going to be a lot going on in here at night. Look at that. Okay, so I'm either in the trash compactor or I'm in the trench. Dun, 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 dun. Use the Force, Luke. Let go, Luke. Luke, trust me. Luke, you switched off your targeting computer. What's wrong? Nothing. I'm all right. The line. Looks like the entrance to the Hall of Justice. Man, I am really letting the full nerd out in this stadium, aren't I? Holy crap. Ron Solo, we're going to shoot you a little stamp here, buddy. Fantastic. Such a cool concept. I never heard of this little line city that's going on over here. That building really looks like the Hall of Justice. This one right here. Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice, the Wonder Twins. And then, hey, there's the Daily Planet globe. Oh, I'm such a nerd. All right, Ron Solo. Sorry for the distractions in this excellent ballpark. Fantastic. Now, I think this is called Knots and Soak City. I apologize, Scott and Candy 14. I accidentally deleted your Google form. It's Knots and I think Soak City. I can't read my own handwriting. Looks like it says Soak. Scott and Candy 14. I don't know why Soak would have to be asterisked out, but Stadium's located in XYZ, has an altitude of 1,050 feet, built in 2025. Let's see what we got going on in right field. We got some water slides and a lazy river and concessions and a funky little luxury plaza section, a pool and wiffle ball. Upper deck over here, the lights right over and on top of the roof, a la Yankee Stadium. I wish they'd bring that back. I love that option. This is the prop too that had lights. I mean, I'm glad if the lights don't work, they took them off. But what I would really like is for them to bring this back and have lights on it. All this stuff going on with this concourse. There's the Brew-hoo-hoo, or is this Paradise? Brew-hoo-hoo. And there's all the huts, futuristic building, hit it here, sign over Aloha Joe's. And then a big carnival or fair going on in the background. Bunch of roller coasters. Fun. Party pier is part of the fun. Entrance to the stadium faced off by the brick building with the green roof. That's another fun look. Could be maybe a thumbnail. A lot going on there. Closed in by the dinosaur walls out there. From right center to left field. And then using a couple end caps, it looks like, too. Good ideas. Pretty standard around and behind. Another fine entry from Scott and Candy. Concession stands lined up right along the home run fence, too. That's kind of cool. The team store and the futuristic one. Yeah, nice work, sir. Lots of fun. Thank you, Scott and Candy. Here's a stadium name for you. Binaural Resonance Rumination Stadium. Located in Portland, Oregon. Has an altitude of 24 feet. It was built in 2028. Comes to us from Obituary Turtle or Mark Stevens. He says this is inspired by a recent trip to Portland. Mount St. Helens is in the background. Hall of Fame courtyard entrance in left field. Cool bridge featuring right. Spent a ton of time creating the section of bleachers that hover below the second deck. Phil, keep up the good work. I'm enjoying yours and your brother's podcast. Oh, thank you. Nonsense Matters right here on YouTube. Give it a shot. I know we don't have as much out as we want to, but we still have a bunch of shorts. We have one full episode recorded. My brother's working on editing that, and we do need to record. Just this thing called life just keeps getting in the way. Damn life. But more importantly, here is Mark Stevens Stadium's. Wow. Look at this area out here in right field. Maybe the earliest I ever gave a stamp. Look at this bleacher section with the walkway and then the water and the canoes. This is freaking amazing, Mark. I'm not even going to talk. I'm just going to let you see everything. Can you hear Cheers music in the background? Episode just ended. Sam wants to have a baby with Rebecca. I like Diane Chambers way better than Rebecca Howe. Sorry, Kirstie, Allie, R.I.P. R.I.P. George Wendt, too. I mean, do I need to say anything? It's stunning. See, I'm always too formal with everything. This awkward shape is what makes this so good. the way it jolts in and zigzags. It doesn't go straight back. It's not perpendicular to the home run fence. It's not like a perfect, neat little rectangle behind. That's absolutely gorgeous. There's the bleachers he's talking about. I can see why it would take a lot of work. This little balcony off this building, and then there's the Boneyard Brewery deck up here, using the natural part of the building. This little entrance out here looks cool too. This is the Hall of Fame entrance he talked about, right? The fountain in the middle. From all your worries, sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Is there a better theme song to a show? Answer, no. There's not. Did I turn the lights on yet? This is Stadium of the Year candidate right here. Remember the stadium, folks. I need to start making note of these stadiums so I can play games in them when I have Ricky Davis guys ready. Again, I hope this weekend. I want to this weekend so badly. But I got to get my desk set up first. This whole area is, you should see, here, let me see if I can. Look at all this mess. Look at all that. There's my Darth Vader popcorn helmet. Can you see that over there? It's for episode 3's 20 anniversary, 20-year anniversary. And look at this, my poker chips that I shuffle when I'm, oh, the door's in the way. My poker chips I shuffle when I'm editing. It's like a fidget cube for me. Why does this keep doing that? Stay open. Oh, it's pretty flappy. I guess I better hold on to it. That's what she said. But yeah, this is a mess. There's my Stadium Center pop holder. I got 2 Studio 44, my old logo though, mouse pads, and then my Studio 44 coaster. And there's the horn. Oh my God! There you go. A little behind the scenes look at Studio 44. But yeah, see why I need my new setup. I need my desk, my bigger desk, more organization. It's not coming till Saturday. It was supposed to come tomorrow. But Mark Stevens, this is absolutely stunning. The Stadium of the Year candidate. I mean, everything you build is a Stadium of the Year candidate. I can't believe you held out this long on us. Could have been seeing your amazing work for years. From the Northwest to the East Coast, we head to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. This is the Steel Stacks. Stadium has an altitude of 256 feet, built in 2025 by Trey Make 3. Says this is his second stadium build, ran out of memory again, but had space for the views. Oh, he says he used Tombstone Park from Sewell to really hone in the steel mill look. All right. Yeah, Sewell is amazing with his industrial scenery stadiums. Short porch and right, custom decking, extended porch patio with bars behind it, and a custom bullpen underneath. Nod to SCTV and Sewell in right with his own broadcasting pavilion. In left, there's water coming in with some custom decking in the water section with a fountain and more canoes. Starters Pub behind the decking, and a nod to Studio 44 with the restaurant. Definitely better than his first, and there will be more to come. All right, well, let's take a look. Oh, that's all great looking. This is fantastic. There's the SCTV broadcast booth. 2 ladies doing the broadcasting today. A bunch of bridges in the background. Molly's Pub. I like the stairs. Custom stairs. Didn't use the prop. Okay. And there's the bullpens underneath. Fun. Train bridge. Smart, not trying to take it underneath because you can't really see. There's Bethlehem steel. So it's a raised train track, but I'm guessing, from home plate, you can't really tell that there's nothing underneath there. So it's a good way to save memory. Hey, there's a Studio 44 restaurant here. He used the T-shirts to hide underneath. Very cool. You can do the Sewell method, too. Someone mentioned this in a premiere, right? Let's see if we have enough memory to pull this off. You can use J or an L. You can make your fours like so. Sewell taught me that trick. I take full advantage of myself. Bet you're glad I took the time to do that. Starters restaurant over here and left. A little bleacher section that comes down in front of the home run fence here, or behind the home run fence, I should say. And then there's a little pool with canoes. Lehigh Valley Health Network. All right. Pretty standard around and behind, although I do like the custom luxury suites back here. Very nice look. All right. We're cooking now, fellas. Tray Make 3. I would agree that this is a fantastic stadium. Appreciate the nods. I'm sure Sewell does as well. Turn the lights on. Get a look at her at night. That's a good view right there. That could be a thumbnail. There's your stamp, sir. Beautiful. I mean, that looks like it could be a real stadium. Kansas City, Kansas hosts our next stadium. This is Danboy Yard from, you probably guessed it, Danboy V3. The stadium has an altitude of 900 feet, was built in 2025. Danboy says that he tried to name this Baseball Town USA, but it didn't work, so he had to change it to Danboy Yard. Says there's no rhyme or reason behind the stadium, just wanted to be creative and build a baseball stadium, and this is what he came up with, and so far, I love what I'm seeing. I love this, the corner, the point, and then the glove behind it. The only thing I would wish is maybe it was in fair territory to hit it, home run target. Using the hologram posts to prop up this deck and the bleacher section. Very nice. And then the fan stairs, mostly hidden, hosts some statues and the pinwheels. Maybe some color. Baseball Town up here. There's that little restaurant notched in there, stuck in there. This is really nice, too. Double restaurant with stacked stone and hills in front. Then a little standing room area with a fountain. Outstanding. Danboy. And then hiding the signs with the stacked stone. Another good look. Bleachers on top of that. The old overhang, whatever we called that. Pocket pool. Okay. I can see, and it's a pool in the little corner here, corner pocket. Great deck over here in the corner. Pretty standard around and behind, although we do, these are part of the prop, I guess, so I guess it's pretty standard. Very nice, Danboy. Created a custom entrance in the back. Parking lot in the back as well. Get right there and turn them lights on. Very deep in right field. Is that a template, or did you mess around with that? I like the higher wall in left, too. Excellent. I like that second little plaza level deck in left center field. Again, guys, different way to be creative as opposed to just making the deck curl all the way around. Just place one in the middle like that. Fantastic. Stamp for you, Danboy. Your passion for stadium creating is appreciated. Love to play a game in this stadium. Nice work. Power and Light Stadium is up next. Another stadium in Kansas City. This one in Kansas City, Missouri, though. Has an altitude of 900 feet, built in 2025. Comes to us from Guitar Cosmo 422. Says he's jumping on the bandwagon of building a new stadium in KC. This one is named Power and Light after the downtown district. Features the classics of the Crown scoreboard, the outfield waterfall. Stadium has right field upper level VIP luxury area. There are suites built into a left field hotel building. Stadium is powered by solar arrays on the third base and left field roofs. Team offices built into the upper level third base corner. Right field corner features entertainment and gathering area. Let's check it out. You know what? I should have been doing what Sewell does. I think he keeps all the information that you guys put into a spreadsheet, and I should really start doing that, to have all your notes on your guys' stadiums and keep it in some kind of spreadsheet that I can maybe offer up to people who want to be a member of the channel. Memberships are coming. I just gotta have time to do all this stuff. Sorry, I'm just waving around the stadium instead of giving it its proper look. Right field, the plaza level is surrounding the waterfall, which he mentioned in the notes. Nice concourse on top, the brick look, using a brick building to close it off. I like using the lights, or no, this is the sign, right? Yep. The Hall of Fame sign. Here's that luxury area he was talking about. Awesome. Little apartment building with a canoe in the pool. The fancy seating, another apartment building or condo. I like this building a lot. Is this retractable roof maybe? Or is this just host the solar powered thingies? Solar powered thingies? What are they called? Solar panels. And left to power the stadium. He built some luxury seats right into that glass building. Is this the Braves one? Yep. Pretty standard around and behind, although he does have the little broadcast booth up there. That's a cool idea. I've never seen that before. That works out well. Made his own little custom roof. Looks great. And then lights on top of that roof. Yeah, again, the U shape of the roof doesn't surround the whole stadium. I think that looks just as good as the circles. I know I did a circular one recently for the stadiums you may have missed, part 3, which I think I botched that. I should have waited a little while. Let the newest video simmer. Let it simmer in the moonlight. Let that one get a little bit more love before I uploaded that one. Instead, I tried to upload it first and then let the new one take over. So I think they're kind of running into each other, which YouTube people have said that's a mistake. Don't release too many videos close together. But there's downtown Kansas City. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. Whoa. I like this little area out here in right field, in the right field corner. Nice. And they got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna catch me one. I like it. That's a great look. That's a great shot. A stamp for you, sir. Guitar Cosmo 422 Power and Light Stadium. This is a pretty cool concept. This is The Last of Us Seattle. In Seattle, Washington, 100 feet is your altitude, built in 1999. Comes to us from a blast from the past. Seems like it's been a while since we've heard from Shays 2525. He said he wanted to do something a little bit different in 25. These are 4 stadiums based on locations in The Last of Us video game / show. All are original except Boston, where he used Fenway Park 1978 as a starting point since it was so well done. Well, we're going to start with Seattle. I'm not going to jump into all of them today. Shays, I'm sorry. But, yeah, here you go. Wolf, right? Was Wolf one of the groups in Seattle? Is that what Amy's from? Abby, right? Caitlin Devers, the girl from, look at this. He's got flooded city with the cars parked. That's awesome. The watchtower, all the ruins. Yeah, would it become that? Look at this. He's got trees blended in to make, yeah, outstanding. The rundown buildings, of course. There's the Seattle. What's the name of the Seattle Tower? I can't think of it off the top of my head. Baseball stadiums in ruins as well. Don't they live there? Doesn't Abby show up in T-Mobile Park? Spoiler alert. I'll put spoiler alert up in case you haven't seen The Last of Us yet, and if you plan on watching it. Let's see if the lights still work. They sure do. That looks pretty cool too. Shays 25. Tell you what, I'll show one more, just so we can get through these. Not that not that I'm rushing through, but I mean it would take forever to get your stadium shown. So I like the concept. Yeah, let's stamp this one and move on to the next. Okay, The Last of Us Jackson is up next. Jackson, Wyoming. Max altitude built in 2025. Again, Chase 2525. Is this the little town that they all live in? Yeah, looks like it. It's got the big wooden wall around. I think it was the second episode, right? Gave me a big Game of Thrones vibe with all the infected coming in. But yeah, there's their longer street. Some horse-drawn wagon back here with some barrels in the back. Yeah, there we go. Right where his brother lived and they were trying to get to in the first season. And yeah, they got all the little watchtowers. Nice job, Shays. Flip the light switch. Yeah, I'll go through two of them real quick here, and then I'll throw in one more in the next video. The last couple, maybe. But I already got like 22 stadiums filled out for this. I don't know why I thought it was all one stadium, so my mistake there, Chase. But yeah, this looks really cool. Great idea. Lumberyard at Big Sky in Big Sky Country is up next. Stadium's located in the United States. Has an altitude of 2,144 feet. Built in 2025 by someone new to Studio 44. Jay Tangy. Says this is a smaller country park made of a lot of wood in Big Sky Country, USA, seating just over 23,000. He has really only started to create stadiums this year and has been experimenting with different styles and ideas. This one was his latest, so let's take a look. Right field, you got the funky fountain. Looks good with the wood and bleachers on top of that. Nice. There's a clock tower. He says this might be a reachable target, but he has yet to hit it himself. Nod to Jackie over here and right. Speaking of all the wood, there's the wood home run fence. Let's see, 336 down the line. So, yeah, that would be a poke to get that guy. But, yeah, this is a cool look with the two decks. Bleachers in front on both sides and behind home plate. Fun. Bunch of concessions out here along the third base line. And here's the backyard with a bunch of decks and barrels, bleachers. Cool. Then there's a little neighborhood behind here. Big deck behind the batter's eye with some playgrounds and a wolf. Customize the scoreboard. That looks pretty cool. Putting the sign up there on top in the middle. Lights on top of that. Flagpole. That looks really great right there. Lumberyard at Big Sky. Okay, I'm in board. Jay Tangy. Definitely a nice smaller park vibe. It's my favorite grass pattern. Although I don't know why they need the prominent X in left center like that. Maybe they don't want to make it look perfect, but I just think there's better ways to do it than that. Same thing with these streaks right by the foul poles, or the foul lines. Not a fan of that. But this is my favorite grass pattern ever. The first time I ever recognized this in a baseball field is what made me obsess over grass patterns in my yard, so I always try to put the stripes in my yard. I spend way too much time trying to do it, and I still never make it look good. But a couple years ago, we got the zero turn, and that's helped a little bit, but I just can't get myself to get out there enough because there's so much to do and so little time to do it. I like this little pond or lake, whatever's going on back here. Hitting the light switch, and that all looks amazing. Nice work, Jay Tangy. Beautiful, scenic stadium. A very familiar name to Studio 44 is up next. He gives us Oceanside Diamond in Honolulu, Hawaii. Stadium has an altitude of 18 feet, built in 2025 by Scotty Warren, or Great Scott, 18660. He says his son and him just renewed their season water park passes. He wanted to include the pool and lazy river. Tried to get the water slide in too, but couldn't find a good way to do it. He's got a couple more things in the works. He'll be sending more my way soon. And as always, thanks and keep up the good work. Well, thank you, Scotty, for sending. Look at this. Sir, okay, it sounds like I can speak again. That last stadium left me speechless. And then to read in the notes that it says, I started around center field and it just built itself from there. So good, Scotty. I was in awe. I loved everything about it. And just when I thought I could get a break from amazing stadiums, I move right on to this gentleman. This stadium was created for Switzerland, the U.S. Embassy Park, location in Europe. altitude of 3,277 feet, built in 2023, comes to us from the man, the myth, the legend, Murph075. Says he finally finished a new build. The U.S. Embassy Park is located in Switzerland. Any Moulin Rouge guys out there? Just me? Okay. Yeah, it's guilty pleasure of mine, okay? I like it. India, it's set in India. The guy who's financing didn't want the play set in Switzerland. He gets all paranoid. And it's Switzerland? And Ewan McGregor says, India, it's set in India. And there's a courtesan. The most beautiful courtesan in all the world. Special features are the bridge over the waterfall on the left with a recessed entrance behind that area. Custom-made bar in right center field behind the bleachers, and the U.S. Embassy sitting prominently in center. Here we go. Right field. All amazing. Nice little deck in the corner that's a little bit lower. Take the fan stairs up here into the plaza level seating section. Nice little 2-level bleacher section over here with the stairs. Excellent. Little waterfall here with a bunch of trees behind it. There's the U.S. Embassy. Texas Ranger Batter's Eye is your backdrop to the stadium, at least your main backdrop. And there's that bridge he was talking about. Oh, my dear Lord. There's that. Might as well get it out of the way now, right? Pretty standard around and behind, although he does do those great. Scotty Warren had it too. The sharp turns out of the bleachers. Now, how does it look from behind? That's what she said. Okay, he kind of has to block it off, right? Because there's stuff sticking out. I don't know. I keep telling myself I'm going to try that look, but I can never pull it off. It's definitely easier with the upper deck, right? It takes a couple. Because you get this weird little gap, right? If you try to do it. So you have to overlap a little bit. I see that. Nice little courtyard with the fountain. Bunch of buildings back here with plaza areas, parking garage. There's the embassy again. A couple old school looking buildings across the street. Murph has done it once again. Produced an amazing stadium. Flipping that light switch, and she looks great at night. It's weird because you always say you're speechless, but well, at least I always say I'm speechless, but I'm still talking. So I just let you guys look at that Scotty Warren. Man, so many stadiums in this video so far. Obituary Turtles, Scotty Warren's, this one, outstanding. Murph075 with another masterpiece. What a shocker. I want to take a look at this bridge. Such a great idea. I need one of these in Rochester at Frontier Field. There's a parking lot. And then across the street, you have to cross the street to get to the stadium. But then the cars trying to get into the parking lot have to wait for everybody crossing the street. So they need to build one of those bridges that go over the street. So don't have to stop traffic and let people get into the damn game. Can't be that much to build the staircase, right? That goes over a little bridge. Another amazing creation from Murph 075. What a shocker. Another newcomer to Studio 44 is our next creator. This gentleman has Gas Plant Park for us. It's in Tampa Bay, Florida. I'm guessing this one's for the Rays, so I'm going to throw up that Rays text up there in the right corner. Has an altitude of 1,500 feet, built in 2025. Comes to us from Big Nate 45. Says this is his first stadium from scratch. There's a home run train at the park. And he does have a hit it here sign on the home run deck. All right, let's take a look at right field. Broke up the field level seating with some bleachers in between. Nice. Sitting on top of that brick building. You got Paradise Dining in right center field. That's nice. With a little concourse. People are on a picnic table here. Then you got some field level spots where you can poke through the window there. There's the building with some bleachers on it. Very nice. Big scoreboard and right. Nice funky quarter, custom stairs. Wrigley building buried in a little bit into that deck or concourse. Parking garage outside of the stadium using the aqueduct or the train tracks as a way to close off the stadium and to host the train that goes through. I'm not going to do the sound effect today. I'm sorry. It's 12 a.m. on a Tuesday, and I need to go to bed. You got some retired numbers out here, 42, 12, and 66. There's the fountain in the middle of right center field next to other fountains and the field level seating. Same building. And then pretty standard around and behind. All right, Big Nate. I'm on board with this one. Swing around and back it up. Burp, 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 burp. All right. Stadium looks nice at night. Very cool little nooks and crannies in here. Some great ideas. Funky dimensions, different wall heights, I guess just in center field though, huh? Wow, that blue looks really light. Is it always that light? I guess it was never really like navy blue, right? Maybe because you got the San Diego Padres batter's eye and that's a little bit darker. I don't know. Either way, Big Nate, 45. Welcome to Studio 44. And I look forward to seeing more stadiums from scratch from you. The city of Toledo, Ohio hosts our next stadium. This is a Fifth Third Field renovated from Rico 1379. There is an altitude here of 614 feet, built in 2002. Rico says this is a stadium that really exists. I'm guessing it hosts the Toledo Mud Hens. This is a real stadium that he wanted to improve on. This was mostly a project he thought would keep him busy until new props came out. New props never came out. But he still thinks he was able to create a creative stadium in some areas. Well, let's see. It's weird. Today in my lunch break, I saw a video of like the most interesting backdrops in minor league stadiums or something like that. And I think they mentioned Fifth Third Field. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw someone, create this in the vault. But yeah, there's some funkiness going on here. Right field looks pretty standard. Besides maybe, is this supposed to be the bullpens out here? Or maybe just a spot for cages to hang out. You got the little carnival ride over here. I like all the circular decks coming out. You got a Microsoft logo. That looks cool. Nice. And the big building, there's, Toledo Mud Hens. I've seen them play in Rochester against the Red Wings. Hensville Family Fun Zone. Some miniature gaff. Hey, he's got a little canoe in there. Now, is there really supposed to be water in there? Now, how did he pull that off? Is there always water in the miniature golf? Oh, yeah, it looks like a little, stream or something in the middle of the golf course. Okay. I guess I just never noticed that before. It's got the escalators taking you down. I guess the escalators take you up from the fun zone there into this corner plaza with the entrance. Bunch of custom. Look at the Pizza Hut. Very creative. Okay. And Spotify, Fanta, Goodyear, and Budweiser. See, that's when Super Bowl commercials were fun. Super Bowl commercials aren't fun anymore. Super Bowl is one of the most overrated things in the world. There, I've said it. Like this year, who gives a shit about the Phillies and Chiefs anymore? The Phillies, the Eagles, and the Chiefs. I had the right city, right? No one gave a shit about it. And then they got to have 18 different songs. It's like, now to sing the national anthem is this person. And now to sing God Bless America is this person. And now to sing Don't fence me in as this person. It's like, what? Just fucking play the damn game. And then they're starting to do it in baseball now. They had the big openings in the World Series for both LA and New York. The New York guy, oh my God. It was like a live rap, right? It was beyond awful. I blame the Yankees' loss on that guy. No, that World Series was over when Freddie Freeman hit that grand slam in the first game. And then everyone blames it on the Game 5. Oh, Aaron Judge didn't catch the ball, and they didn't get the guy out at first. They were already down 3-0. World Series over. I didn't even watch the whole game. I stopped watching once it was 3-0. You just don't come back from that. Lights on. Stadium looks pretty cool. Rico, thank you, sir, for sending this bad boy my way. Very creative ideas in here. Hopefully we get some new props soon. And you'll have to send this back to me when you dial it up even more. Another new creator to Studio 44 is No Love 215971. He has Bayfront Park 305 for us. The stadium is in Las Vegas, Nevada. Has an altitude of 5,200 feet, built in 2025. And he said the inspiration behind the stadium was San Francisco and being able to hit home runs into the water. And what do we have in the water? Canoes! We have canoes. A bunch of different boats out here. Got the dock or the deck lining that water. Ships and tugboats and piers and docks and Ferris wheels. Crown in the corner. I like putting the signs in front of the train tracks. Excellent. And then over and left, 3 levels of seating with the hit it here sign and then some signs underneath between the weird little building part of the seating section there. Lazy river that goes all the way around and some pools back here. Umbrellas and palm trees and plants in the middle of the corner over here. And then pretty standard around and behind with some concessions added underneath. All right. No Love 215971. He's got a lot in the queue, so be on the lookout for more from him. It's a good idea. Good start. Right field is fantastic. So he does have... Yeah, I guess it's not... Well, I guess there's just a natural kind of ledge, smaller ledge. Yeah, right field alone I think is fun. Hitting balls onto the scoreboard and over the scoreboard and people hanging out on top. Statues look cool. Again, a tip would just be save some love for left field. You know, maybe get a little bit more creative in left field. The only thing you're going to be hitting in left field is seats. I mean, again, it's a preference thing. And that's just my preference. And even if it is just going to be all stands, maybe just arrange them a little bit more creatively is all. In my opinion, again, to each their own for sure. And I'm sure there's plenty of people who will look at that and say, let's stamp this stadium, Phil, come on. And I'm definitely going to do that due to right field alone because it's amazing. Blammo. Pinwheels are up on top of the scoreboard. That looks cool. Any extra light feature, as long as you don't go overboard and display it in a creative way, usually looks good. And then I forgot about that tower over there. That lights up pretty good, too. Yeah. No Love, 215971. Fantastic first stadium to see from you, sir. And like I said, we got a lot more to see coming soon. Swiss Stadium in Lucerne, Switzerland. Has an altitude of 1,750 feet, built in 2025. Stadium comes to us from one more fairly newcomer to Studio 44 before we close out the video with an old friend. This is Packers Dynasty, a second football-themed screen name, right? Or gamer tag. We had Punter King earlier. Punter, I always think of football. Swiss Field. Didn't give us any notes, but let's take a look. Right field is outstanding. The bleachers, all different funky levels mixed into the rocks and the trees. And is there a pond in here? Maybe he hid the pond a little bit. Yeah. With the swampy trees and a bunch of cool stuff. Little scoreboard kind of buried in here. And then there's a little restaurant. Nice. This is a cool concept. Oh, look at all this going on over here. Excellent. We have canoes in the water. Over and left, big, huge section of bleachers. Over that water feature out here, there's the waterfall. Excellent. What's under here? Oh, another little waterfall. Nice. Very Swissy. I would agree on that. Well, the whole stadium's surrounded by water. Just go around here, too. Are we on an island? Not quite. Another one in Switzerland, too. Right? Didn't we do one in Switzerland earlier? I made the Switzerland Moulin Rouge comment. Pretty standard around behind, although he does have the luxury plaza in left center field. Bunch of rocks. I guess we'll change things up from pretty standard around and behind, huh? I love this little deck, too, with the stairs coming in through the rocks. Wooden decks with a bar in the middle. That's a cool idea. I like that a lot. Fantastic. Nice. Packers Dynasty. What's your number? I forgot. Is there a number? Packers Dynasty 1. All right. Turning on the lights. Take a glimpse. And you can take the stamp. Yeah, I dig it. That little rock feature that continues off from right field into the water is amazing. It's all lit up. Boats everywhere. Just a lot of fun. Nice work, sir. Here it is, folks, the 23rd and final stadium we're going to take a peek at today. We are looking at New Era Park in Buffalo, New York, about an hour and a half from me. Has an altitude of 632 feet. Stadium will be ready in 2032. Comes to us from Pfizer. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they called the Bill Stadium New Era Park at one point, or New Era Field, or New Era Stadium. They called it the Cap. But it's something different now. I can't remember it. Oh, yeah, Highmark. For one more season anyway, and then the new stadium opens. We have the Canoe Corner. Using the funky lights with the X frame in there. And multi-level deck. Outstanding. Bleacher section that wraps around into right field. I like using this to close off that little section. That looks great. And he has the yellow line. What's making the yellow line? Nicely done, Pfizer. Finding a way to get that little yellow line in there for the home run fence. It does look cool on the green, especially. He's got a little entrance or exit from the bleachers. Or maybe that's like the bullpen or like grounds crew or something like that. Let's see the notes. He says this is his first non-collab build for 25. Built it for his franchise, the Buffalo Barons. Thank you, Carmen's dad. Uses foul territory glitch. Oh, I got to take a look at that. I haven't tried that yet. Tried to not make it look like Comerica Park, but obviously it does look like that. Couldn't find a way to set up brick walls differently than Comerica. Google Earth was used for the skyline. Pretty decorated behind home plate, including seating, tunnels, advertising on the backstop, and tunnel, taking you to the 44 Club tier. Now, it's funny you mentioned the skyline, because I used to teach driver's ed, and I would have to drive to Buffalo. Well, I guess it was more like Niagara Falls, there's this little town up close to the lake, and you could see 4 skylines in this trip because we were coming east from Rochester where the base was. It's a AAA program that they had to teach driver's ed. I had to pick the car up in Penfield, drive through Rochester, so that was one skyline I got to look at. Then on parts of 190, you could see the skyline of Buffalo, and then you drive almost right through Niagara Falls downtown area, so you see their skyline. And then, believe it or not, there's a spot close to where the school was, where driver's ed was, that I had to pick up the students. You could see the Toronto skyline across Lake Ontario. It was fantastic. My wife never believed me until I took her over there. But here's New Era Park Canoe Company with the canoes, and there's a baby in the canoe with the babies. Come on with the babies. Bleacher section. Yeah, this is the brick. I see what he's talking about now with the brick, trying to not make it look like America. And then you pick the America batter's eye, too. I mean, sounds to me more like you're almost trying to make it look like America. But they have the bullpens between the home run fences and the seats out there now, right? Because they brought the home run fence in from the original design. Using the end caps as kind of decoration, or maybe like an entry gate. That's fantastic. I might have to steal that idea too. Excellent. Yeah, that looks really cool. There's a wiffle ball field back there. Pretty standard around and behind, although he does use one of those older brick buildings to kind of close things off. And we'll sneak behind the stadium to look at that real quick. Uses the garage roof, or the garage overhang roof. What do you want to call that? What do they call it? Parking cover. Okay, there you go. It had something to do with parking. Yeah, big gaps, big center field. I guess you lined up that center field with the batter's eye, huh? Turning the lights on, it all looks good. Bullpens. Okay, so I see what you did here. You did. So I've never tried this. Where did the glitch come from? How did they discover it? Look at that. Yeah, I've never seen it in action. I saw it way a long time ago. Fury Sniper, if you guys remember him, he sent in 4 or 5 stadiums to the channel over the year or two. And he saw it, and he had one where, like, the catcher's backdrop, the net and all that was, like, way back. He sent me pictures of it, and that was, like, in the 23 or 24 version of the game, and then, obviously, it made its way to 25. So I think that looks good. It would be nice if we could do that, right, and get rid of these stupid bullpens. Interesting. Mr. Pfizer back in Studio 44. Last stadium he built was built in London, right? The one that you worked on with Archmage. Turning on the light, it looks great. That little grass patch out there, maybe it's a little park or something. I don't know. Looks really good. Buffalo, New York. Yeah, there's not a big, huge skyline for Buffalo. I've only been to downtown Buffalo a couple times. We saw Jim Gaffigan there, and when I was still in radio, I had to deliver tapes to the Wheeze show. But there it is, folks. The latest and greatest from the MLB The Show 25 Vault here in Studio 44. Thank you guys so much for all the great stadiums. You guys keep saying, "Oh, man, keep up the good work, Phil. This is great. You're doing a great job, blah, 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 blah." You guys are doing the great job. All I'm doing is recording, talking like an idiot, tripping over my tongue, and editing everything together poorly, I might add. But, yeah, it's been a fun experience, so I'm glad you guys seem to enjoy the videos. Again, thank you to everyone who sent in a stadium for this video. I enjoy recording them myself, and I hope you guys download them and use them. I did see someone re-uploaded that amazing stadium from the evil PFK nil. My microphone went limp. Oh my God, it's 12:30 on a Tuesday in the middle of school. Oh, it's not the middle of school, it's the end of school. One more full week of classes, then we got testing week. Then I get a week and a half off until summer school. We're going to check a Yankees Blue Jays game during that break. So, yeah, good times coming up. We're going to upgrade the studio, hopefully get live here pretty soon. Listen, I'm not the only one telling you to listen to it. You heard me right out of Mark Stevens' own words that Nonsense Matters is fun. Give it a listen to. There's a couple shorts up there right now. A lot more is coming once some more time frees up. So check out Nonsense Matters right here on YouTube. Keep your eyes and ears open for live streams. I'm going to try to get on Twitch. I'm going to try to get a Switch 2 tomorrow. Hopefully, I can get the desk set up and get to streaming some Mario Kart. I think that could be fun. If anybody else gets a Switch 2, we'll play some Mario Kart together. But that could be further down the road when you guys start getting your Switches. It's a little bit more expensive than most Nintendo consoles, $450, and it could go up even more. But I'm babbling. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have a stadium you want shown here in Studio 44, please remember to fill out a Google form. You can find the link to that Google form in the description of this video, in the description of my channel, or at my Facebook page, Studio 44 with Phil Sherman. Please, again, it's not an ego thing. I'm not, trying to be a stickler and saying, oh, if you want a stadium shown here, you've got to do it by my method. It's nothing like that. I'm not the most well-organized person in the world. The Google form helps me organize things, and when I'm more organized, your stadiums get shown here in Studio 44 a lot faster. So please fill out a Google form for every stadium you want shown. If I haven't shown your stadium yet and you're showing a new stadium, but you want the newer stadium shown first, make a note of that in the comments so I can put your other one on hold and show your new stadium, because I know a lot of you guys get more excited about a newer one, but I'm trying to go in order of when they all came in. So if you want me to change the order of your stadium, you just got to let me know. All right, I think you've heard enough of my voice for tonight, right? Thank you guys once again, and we'll see you in the next video.